Elias, a once virtuous architect nearing retirement, meticulously reviewed the blueprints for the new city sector. His life felt like a default setting, riddled with systemic defects he couldn't fix, constantly under the gaze of corporate watchers. He dreaded the inquiry that would inevitably expose the dirty secrets, feeling a tightening in his neck, a neuron misfiring with a constant jinx of unease. He attempted a jocose demeanor during his late-night gaming sessions, often ordering fajitas as a small comfort. His professional license offered little lenitive against the whispers of backstabbing within his firm. The project, supposedly tip-top, was suspected of involving massive payoffs designed to harass smaller competitors. A recent medical checkup revealed nothing, but he knew the monitors of the firm were always on. This edition of city planning reflected a truly dystopian vision, its extreme density controlled by powerful signal jammers. The unexpected discovery sent Elias reeling, his mind a madhouse of frantic thoughts. He'd stumbled upon schematics for a secret takeoff platform designed to launch an unknown craft. A faint twinkle in the dark corners of the blueprints hinted at something more. He felt a sudden thirsty desperation, realizing the danger. The aftershocks of this revelation would be immense. He suspected an urbane figure, recently hired as a consultant, was behind it. The constant thrum of a distant jackhammer seemed to mock his efforts. This clandestine operation was the crowning achievement of an occult cabal within the corporation, a truly titanic endeavor. They planned a massive data rollover, hoping to hide their tracks. He remembered a colleague, an enthusiast of hockey and an expert on local wildlife, including the rare seagull that nested nearby, who had vanished. The blueprints spoke of a structure that would pierce space, requiring the muscle of disenfranchised dockworkers to build. It depicted strange, almost jungle-like biomes, with structures resembling a distant giraffe or a swirling whirlpool, and a faint, almost ghostly aura surrounding them. Elias knew he had to counter their plans. He, an unlikely finalist in this deadly game, recalled ancient verses about overcoming dark forces. He found himself on a dilapidated veranda, peering through a broken window. His thoughts drifted to his estranged sweetheart, a woman he'd loved, remembering a fleeting moment of peace after his vasectomy years ago. He felt luckiest to have his mind still sharp, a genuinely liberal outlook in a world of rigid control. Suddenly, a dog's sharp bark echoed, startling him. He clutched his knapsack, a heavy bucket of water splashing as he moved. He'd seen reports of large buffalo herds being displaced by the project. He felt unstuck from his previous apathy, a new purpose igniting. He had to cross the crumbling rampart of the old city wall. A cold, jellied wind carried faint whiffs of cheap whiskey and ginger from a nearby pub. He prepared for flight, his optic nerve tingling with adrenaline. A sudden visitor appeared, a hulking figure, their presence a silent, verbal threat, signaling his immediate mortal danger. He felt a sharp pain in his pelvis as he stumbled. A strange liquid spilled from the broken device, dissolving the data, a silent victory. He wasn't a teacher, but his actions had taught a lesson. The ensuing affray shook the city, but Elias, feeling like an anchor in the storm, was safe. The once unfriendly corporate entity was now a mere knockoff of its former power. There would be no public reward, but the sense of calm was enough. The rich humus of the cities reclaimed green spaces symbolized renewal. He imagined his former colleagues, surely envious of his newfound peace. He spent his days cultivating vegetables in a small garden, occasionally enjoying salsa he made himself. He gifted handcrafted dream catchers to friends, reflecting on the 90% of his life spent in corporate servitude. Though his fingers felt numb from the cold, his spirit began to jubilate. He had used a small jimmy to open the access panel, and then he was whisked away to safety. The corporate glacier of greed had finally begun to melt, its destructive flame extinguished. He occasionally crafted intricate origami figures, listening to distant violins, a testament to the resilient spirit of mankind. He felt limber, ready for new beginnings, perhaps even a casual barbecue with old friends.